Good afternoon from AlphaCars. My name is Tom, coming to you from our Northampton location, and today we're going to be taking a look at this 2021 BMW X7 xDrive40i. This X7 is currently showing just over 51,000 original miles, and if you would like to see a high-resolution detailed photo set, please reference the listing at alphacars.com. There, of course, you will also find a free included Carfax report, alongside a long list of technical data related to the vehicle's remaining tire and brake life, as well as individual readings for each panel using our paint depth gauge. But today I'll take you on a quick condition overview around both the interior and the exterior, as well as showing you some of its more notable features, of which there is a nearly endless list, so we'll try to cover as much as we can in this short video for you guys. So, starting here in the exterior, find it finished in this stunning metallic gray paint scheme. And I really lean heavily on that word metallic. I mean, just look at how much metal is in this paint. It looks just tremendous, and it highlights these body lines so nicely. You'll especially see it if you look at our high-resolution photo set available in the listing. It really just looks incredible. That dark gray really brightens up in the sunlight and highlights that chrome detailing trim really beautifully. But we'll see that a bit more on the passenger side when we get into the sun. First off, I'd like to go really close to the bodywork so as to look for any dings, dents, or scratches anywhere in the bodywork. Making our way down the side here, it all presents very nicely. All the way to the rear, where you'll find a small imperfection just beneath the tail light, but otherwise, very, very nice presentation here on the driver's side. Looking at the stunning 22-inch two-tone wheels, you'll find the interior finished in a nice metallic silver, and then the outer finish is that nice machined face, looking stunning. And then here at the front, another wheel in very nice condition. You only see some minor wear there around 9 o'clock. These are 275 wide front tires in excellent shape. That brings us around to the front fascia of the X7. A beautiful design here. You can see the headlights have some incredible detail work inside as well. Nice, bright, gorgeous BMW kidney grills, pardon me. You can also see the active grills just behind, which are currently closed, but when needed, the vehicle will open them up for extra airflow and cooling. And then here at this side, we have another headlight. Beautiful design. See some chrome trim across the front as well, and very few, if any, imperfections across the front end. And that brings us here to the passenger side. Quick look at the hood. Excellent shape. And this wheel here at the front is absolutely perfect. Now, making our way really close to the bodywork yet again. Making our way down the side of the vehicle. Looking for anything, any dings or dents. My eye hasn't picked up anything over here on this side. Everything looks perfect. This is the one thing I was looking for. A very small ding just there. Hardly noticeable, but we like to point everything out. And finally, here at the rear, you'll see these taillights beautifully integrated with this chrome trim across the tailgate, kind of an iconic piece of X7 design. You can see the X7 badge and the xDrive40i badge shining beautifully as well. And on the lower portion of the bumper, we have some nice dark plastic, and then the nice bright exhaust tips flanking that silver trim in the center. You'll also see all the way around the vehicle that chrome trim I mentioned before, kind of a semi-gloss chrome, all finished beautifully, hardly showing any wear. And then you have some full-on chrome on the lower portion of the fenders and doors, which do a nice job integrating well with that running board down the side. So next up, making our way inside, you'll find that exterior metallic gray pairs beautifully with this rich brown leather interior. You'll find the driver's seat in excellent condition. Same goes for the passenger seat. And we'll make our way inside. Nice soft closed doors, so you don't need to close the door all the way. The vehicle will make sure it does the rest for you. So I'll waste no time here in the interior firing it up. I have a beautiful start-stop button just there. Nice, quiet, and smooth start up from under the hood. You could hardly feel it. Clear that little note there. So taking a look here at the gauge cluster, you'll see it's fired up nicely. I do currently have the heated steering wheel on just there, controlled on this small subtle button there. You can see your steering wheel controls all in wonderful condition, as well as your gear selector paddles just behind. Steering wheel itself, the leather wrapper on the outside in great shape as well, and a really nice design. Gauge cluster is fully digital. Very quick to respond to input, as you can see. Looks great. It will display various functions using this small switch on the turn signal stalk. But it's all fully customizable to your liking. Also, just ahead of me, I do have a nice heads-up display, which again can be customized to your preferences. Looking here on the door card, there's a lot to cover here. So of course you have your regular unlock and lock as well as your door handle. But I also have some other adjustments you may not be as used to seeing. Of course, your memory seats, but I can also slide forward and back the power second row seats, which we'll highlight in just a little bit. And then that button just below there, actually, they kind of took a play out of Mercedes' book here. If you push that, all of a sudden my seat controls will manipulate that passenger seat, which is a nice feature, so you don't have to reach over all the way to that switch down below. You can slide it ahead, back. You can do everything that their power controls can do over there. And then with one more touch, I'm now controlling my seat. Looking here at the center console display, you have, of course, your home screen here. I can show you that nice high-definition backup camera with the top-down 360 view. If you see this red line sweeping up and down, that's only due to the camera. Here to the human eye, that is not present. Try to change that with my different lenses. Yeah, unfortunately, we'll have to deal with that, but that is not an actual thing happening in real life. It's just the camera. So, you saw that reversing camera. One thing that I just recently found out about this vehicle I find quite cool. If you've ever found it difficult to reach down and turn that volume knob, which, let's be honest, not many of us have, but BMW's provided a cooler alternative to using that knob. So if I want to turn up the stereo, all I have to do is keep my hand above this general area and just manipulate the radio using gestures. It's called BMW Gesture Control. If you'd like to turn it up and then mute it, unmute it, mute it. Pardon me, I'm still getting the hang of this. There we go. It's very cool, and there are various other functions you can do if you were streaming music from your phone. Let's say you want to skip to the next song. It just takes like that. You can go out, back. You can answer phone calls. You can do a bunch of different things only using gestures without touching any controls. Very, very cool, and definitely just shows where technology is heading in these new vehicles. So next up, let's move down here where we can see our kind of center control stack. You of course have your heated seats and various other climate functions, and a small screen here showing your different settings for driver and passenger side. Looking a little bit lower, we have your very subtle media controls just there. And underneath this cover, with one touch, I'll just remove that away. You have what appears to be a wireless charging pad just there. You also have a USB power source as well as an input for your CarPlay. And this vehicle in 2021, they just started being compatible with Android Auto. So this will work with Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. And just here you have your two cup holders, which of course, it's not as simple as that. These are actually climate controlled cup holders. So for either of these, I can set a cooled cup holder or a heated cup holder, and that works for both. And you can see the ambient lighting inside reflecting your choice. Very, very cool function that, again, I saw in Mercedes, and now BMW has started integrating that as well. Now, here's one of the more exciting center console kind of control centers that I've personally seen. Again, another thing, that flashing is not actually happening. That's only due to the camera. Here to my eye, it's perfectly solid. Just worth noting that there's no fault present there. Looking at your gear selector, beautiful crystal design with that nice X logo kind of hidden just inside, of course, for the X7. You can see here some parking controls. You also have that gorgeous start-stop button, kind of a diamond-esque look. You also have your drive mode selection, which will be reflected on your center console screen. Very cool. Of course, your iDrive controller with that same design that we saw in the start-stop button, as well as various other button controls just there. And your ride height adjustment, which has 5 different settings, all the way from very high to very low, depending on your needs. Very, very cool. And lastly, let me back the camera out here. We have this nice center console storage area, which opens up and has some media inputs and power outlets inside. And just above my head here, massive panoramic sunroof. I'll quickly show you the operation of this sunshade. As you can see, it falls into place very nicely. Very quiet, and no stains or issues anywhere on that fabric cover. And then just as easily, we will watch it open back up. Very quiet, and actually quite fast for a cover. But next up, let's make our way under the hood and take a look at what powers the BMW X7. I'll meet you there. All right, so now we're here under the hood of the X7 taking a look at the powertrain. This particular X7, of course, we saw that badge, xDrive40i, that describes the engine being the twin turbocharged inline-6 engine. This engine is used across a variety of BMW models, and that includes the very quick and exciting BMW M340i. This is the B58 powertrain, which has just been given rave reviews, extremely powerful but smooth and actually quite reliable. You're going to get around 20 mpg in the city and slightly more than that on the highway, but considering this vehicle has a towing capacity of over 5,000 pounds, that's actually quite impressive for this smaller, efficient engine. 335 horsepower and 332 pound-feet of torque, and infinitely tunable if you'd like to extract a little bit more than that in your big family SUV. But as you can see, of course I almost forgot, it's very clean all the way around the engine bay. You can hear it idling very smoothly. You see all of the strut bracing to help with rigidity. It all looks wonderful under here. But we have a lot more to cover here on the interior. Try to keep it quick for you. So make your way to the second row of seating. As you can see, second row seat, captain's chairs, they look awesome. All of that leather in great condition. It's actually very well appointed, enough so that I'll actually climb in and show you. You can see here, sitting behind myself at about 6'4", I have loads of room, tons of leg room, and this is a fully power operated seat. It can slide forward, back, recline, everything that you would expect from the seats up front you get here, and that also includes heated seats for both occupants here. You also have full climate controls, power outlets, cup holders, everything you need, all the creature comforts here in the second row. It's just wonderful. You also have these sunshades, which are wonderful. I can drop that down even from over here. I can do the same on my window. Just showing that operation. It's one touch, you don't have to press and hold or anything. I could also operate my window, and I could also operate this rear sunshade for your third row occupants. And I can operate the sunshade we saw earlier all the way to closed if I so choose. This, of course, can be locked out by the driver if they don't want to give me this functionality back here in the second row, because I could imagine kids just opening and closing this every 2 minutes on a long road trip, so you as the driver do have some control over that as well. Just ahead of me, I do have power outlets as well as what appears to be some kind of media input just there, or this is a mounting place for a screen. That actually may be what that is. I'm not entirely sure, but it is there nonetheless. And actually, I was about to move on. I keep forgetting this is actually a 3-row SUV, but as I mentioned here, you have your power seats, which do operate very nicely. Seat reclining, and those armrests are adjustable as well. So if you want to access the second row of seats, just pull this seat ahead. You'll see this seat moves ahead, giving you excellent access to the third row, nice and easy. And again, 6'4", I will still climb on in here, pop down into the third row seat. I actually think I'll be able to fit back here, even with that seat ahead of me falling into place. So look at that, I actually do fit rather comfortably. Now it's going back to where I set it before, and it realized, hey, that's a little tight for him, so it backed off a little. But you can see nice and comfortable back here. I actually have just enough headroom as well, so you could ideally fit 3 different 6-foot-plus tall adults in one row, which is just incredible, all the way from front to middle to third row, pardon me. So here in the third row, it's well appointed. You have nice armrests, some ambient lighting, cup holders. You also have charging ports, tie downs for a child seat, just everything you could expect from a second row seat you get here in the third. You also have full climate control, heated seats, and of course I can operate this sunshade as I choose using this switch just above my head. It's very well appointed here for your third row occupants. I'm extremely impressed with the quality and just how much they give you here in the third row. So I'm moving that seat all the way ahead. Now I'll climb out. Actually, not too difficult, to be honest. Now, setting the seat back, let's take a quick look at the storage here in the back. Now, one-touch operation lifts up this half tailgate. You can see that opens up nicely. And then with one touch here, I can operate the lower section as well. There's also another switch which will lower the vehicle to make loading cargo easier. So this is the standard configuration. As you can see, I have this nice little privacy blind, but if I would like to remove this, it's a simple firm pull And I can set that down here or remove it entirely. Now here we have all of these different buttons here. Now you have those two switches, which of course the top one being maximum room for your occupants. So that's going to be all 3 rows of seat up and fully reclined, nice and comfortable. And then there's also the maximum luggage, which is going to drop these seats down, move those 2nd row seats down as well. But I'll show you the individual operations just here. If I use these switches, it's going to control these 2 switches ahead of me. I'll drop down the left and the right. It's going to take a moment to react. You'll see those headrests drop down, and you'll see them move ahead. And then if I would like to move those seats ahead as well, with one touch of each switch, it's going to move them ahead, and you can see I have a massive amount of room here in the in the cargo area with that 3rd row folded down. Now just as easily, I will put those 2nd row seats back in position, and then the 3rd row seats, you can bring those up as well. The 2nd row moves accordingly. And the only thing you have to manually do, if you choose, is lift up those headrests. And then you can see, even with one hand, I should be able to just slide this nicely back into place, almost easily. There we go. It's tricky with one hand. There it is, perfect. So you can see, very, very cool. And with one touch, both of those tailgates will lock nicely into place. So I know it's an extra long video today, but there's so much more I could even go in the details of. And if you'd like to see more of those details, please reference the listing at alphacars.com. There you'll also find all of the contact information. Thank you so much for your time, and have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you so much from AlphaCars.